31 августа 1991 года прошел матч Кубка Канады между сборными США и Швеции. В составах обеих команд присутствовали юные суперзвезды мирового хоккея. Это прежде всего шведы Никлас Линдстром и Матс Сандин, а также представители сборной США Майк Мадано и Джереми Рёник. У американцев также были заслуженные мастера в составе. Это Майк Рихтер, Крис Челиус, Брайан Лич, Брэд Халл и Пэт Лафонтейн. Данный матч состоялся в Питтсбурге и был первым для обеих команд на турнире.
Paul Romanek and Gary Green with their look at some of the players to watch. The officials, all from the National Hockey League. Bill McCreary out of Canada, Mark Vines and Ray Scapanello, veteran NHL linesman, also Canadian, 18. Rolf Ritterwall gets the call for the Swedes.
An experienced goaltender in international hockey, and of course Mike Richter from the New York Rangers in goal for Team USA.
And the Labatt Canada Cup is underway. The Swedes in the dark blue uniforms have moved it down this right side. That was Thomas Sandstrom, who was on the forward line playing the right side with Dasmond at center ice and Rundqvist on the left side, and the USA is offside, moving into the Sweden zone. But Team USA into forecheck. That Suter, and he has his pocket pick. 2-on-1 for Sweden down the right side. It's Sandstrom, big drive, good stop by goaltender Mike Richter. Team USA has Janney at center ice, Hull on the right. Granado on the left side. Brett Hull wearing number 15 gets one off quickly, but chest high and covered up by Ritterwall. We've played 2 minutes in this opening period. Chris Chelios up along the left wing boards. Granado with a neat feed to Suter through center ice. Good pass. Ronick cuts right in. Backhander, he scores!
The 21-year-old Boston native, what a show he puts on. Here comes Team USA. Watch him pull the puck into his feet, a la Gordie Howe. What a great move by Ronick, but he's not finished. Then he goes to the backhand. Rutterwald, confused, dives, but he's too late. Team USA on this wonderful move by Jeremy Ronick. And then another one pops it into the net. The net looks as though it's off the moorings at the time the puck entered, but nobody seems to be arguing.
They have not installed the new nets here in Pittsburgh yet. Come National Hockey League play in October. We're all anticipating October anyway. There will be a new mooring device. A lot of NHL experience as well. There's Granado, cross-ice pass. Chelios into the high slot. Madonna, a backhander. Ronick shoots, he scores! Hello, Chicago. The Blackhawk star has made it 2-0 for Team USA.
He was the first pick of the Chicago Blackhawks back in 1988. Only 7 players picked ahead of him. Here's the USA team. That's Granado, I believe, on the far side, taking the pass, feeding it back. Watch on the lower right-hand side, getting loose, Jeremy Ronick. Into his skates, he had the presence to pull back. Look at the goaltender, Ritterwall. He was down, anticipating something beforehand. That's the backhand pass of Mike Madonna, and the finishing shot by Jeremy Ronick.
Anderson moving it up ahead through the center ice zone. Thomas Forsland, number 27. Swedes left out. Dale Anderson puts one in front. The play broken up. Back to Johansson from the blue line. His shot blocked in traffic in front. Richter down, has smothered the puck, and play is called. Big Shell Samuelson checked by Madonna. Couldn't center it. Here's Thomas Sandstrom. His pass picked off. Madonna centers. Ritterwald down. They score! Granado!
Costly mistakes by the Swedish goaltender. You noticed he went out behind the net to trap the puck. He missed it. That's when Madonna jumped on it. Things broke down. There's Madonna's play to the front of the net was somewhat broken up. And here, a back pass by Thomas Sandstrom, intercepted by Madonna. There's the goaltender Ritter kicking it away, but he's down. Tony Granado took it off the goaltender's skate and hammered it into the net. That's Madonna. There's the play, the kicking save by Ritterwald, the rebound to Granado.
And Ritterwald out of the net stops the puck, and the Swedes will set up there. The RoboCop, they called him during the Stanley Cup playoffs. Ulf Samuelsson to Sundin. He gets checked. Madonna into the slot. The shot turned aside by Ritterwald. Big stop right there. Dahlin drops it off toward the corner. Sundin parked on the board. Steen gets the puck to him. Sundin plays for the Quebec Nordiques to Steen, and he can't jam it in. Dahlin was all alone with a loose puck and couldn't find the net. 3-0, Team USA. Here's Boreas Salming. His pass is off Thomas Sandstrom's stick. Chelios turned it over. This is Naslund trying to get something organized. That's Naslund, slips away in front to Steen, and his shot is turned aside. Richter got just a piece of that. Steen takes control off the boards. A bad clearing pass by Chelios, and now Salming with a shot. Pad save by Richter. It's loose. Richter reaches out to cover it. Thomas Sandstrom draws the attention of Chris Chelios, and he has really had the Swedes bottled up. Richter off the boards through Sandstrom. McDonald can't clear the zone. Here's Rundqvist off the right side, cuts through in front, turns, shoots. Richter makes the save, lost sight of it for a moment, then covers it, and we've got a scuffle.
That's really the first scrum we've seen in this hockey game.
Others who just wanted to stay home, wanted to play on the Olympic squad in 1992 and felt a Canada Cup in the regular season would be too much. There's a loose puck cleared in just in the nick of time by McDonald, and time runs out in the opening period. Greg Janney can't penetrate at the Swedish line. Back comes Sundin, faked his shot as he tried to move into the defense. Neat little pass to Steen. Centers one just wide of Richter. The rebound is off the side of the net. Team Sweden trying to get this attack mounted again. Garpenlov can't center from the corner. This is Janney. Greg Janney with Brett Hull waiting up the right wing boards, but the Swedes held it. The shot loose in the goal mouth and covered by Richter. Team USA leading 3-0 as Miller comes over the line and slipped away from him. Calle Johansson on it. Miller takes him to the board. Centering pass. Janney in front. The shot turned aside by Ritterwald. Janney right back on it. Dahlin on him. It's centered in front. Turnaround drive by Hull, and he scores! Brett Hull, who had not scored in 4 pre-tournament exhibition games, makes it 4-0 USA.
And he led the United States team in the first period with 3 shots on goal. This time he makes it count. Janney with a good pick, grabbed the puck. He looked up, being checked from behind, found Hull. Look at the stick work. Look how quickly he turns. A lot of net. Again, Ritterwald, watch where his position is. A lot of net for Hull to move, and fired it in easily. 4-0 now, Team USA over Sweden.
Wanted a day or two to think about it. Quickly, Brown breaks out through center ice. Trying to move in around Abilene. Does, and the net comes off. Play called.
Going to be another penalty, I believe, Jiggs. A holding penalty.
Tied up. Suter handles it. Tripped up over Chelios. Gary Suter off the board. Sundin centers one out in front. And it's picked off and brought back by Madonna. 1 minute remaining in the penalty time against Jimmy Johnson. Up the slot. Suter with a shot. Ritterwald the save. Loose puck, and it bounced away from Roenick as he tried to pull the trigger.
You get nervous each time you see the puck around Sweden's net. Look out here.
Roenick for 3. Hit the outside of the net. Tries to center again, and that's broken up by big Ulf Samuelsson. Should point out that the team that USA, or that Sweden has on the ice here today, is not the same team that competed in the World Championship and eventually won it all. They're augmented by several NHLers. Loose puck in front. Ritterwald equal to the stop off Brett Hull. Hatcher moves it down the boards, and Abilene will set it up again for Sweden. Up to Naslund, ahead to Sandstrom. He's got a break in on Richter to the backhand, and it slipped off his stick. All alone in front was Naslund, and he couldn't do anything.
Sweden having an awful time trying to finish. They've had the opportunities. That time Sandstrom in all alone. So was Mats Naslund. They didn't get a shot.
Now Naslund with a pass to Rundqvist. Drops it back. The drive from the point got through. And blocked by Richter. Team USA has not mounted anything to this point. There's the first shot on goal in the power play. Ritterwald equal to it. Out in front again, a backhander. Granato, another shot. That's turned aside. And there's a delayed penalty call coming against Sweden. Hatcher bangs one from the blue line. Naslund gets to it. Play called. And for 10 seconds, Team Sweden will be 2 men short. Janney at the top of the circle, sets up Suter from the point. The shot rolled up high. Janney with the rebound. Across to the far side. They score! Chelios!
"30 seconds before the penalty to Ulf Samuelsson was over. Chelios, looking like Hull on the far side, ripped a one-timer in behind Ritterwald. You watch the Team USA. Watch up on the top of your screen. You could see him raising his stick, yelling. There's the first shot, the rebound. There's the pass across. Chelios steps in and drills it. Arms in the air, 5-0 lead for Team USA. There's Ritterwald with his initial save. He stayed up that time. Eddie Olchuk in front of him, and there's the pass. Lots of room. Slam dunk. 5-0.
And his team in Sweden is demanding a payout of $1 million for this youngster to report to the Red Wings. The Red Wings have said, And here comes the U.S., 2-on-1. Trying to complete the play here is Granato, and everybody gets back. Granato holds it, shoots off the right shoulder of goaltender Ritterwald. Ends up in the far corner. Madonna puts it back to the net for Otto. Slips it out in front. Madonna, a turnaround won't go, and the net is off. 49 seconds remaining in the second period. Well, Samuelsson has played it in deeper for Team Sweden. They try to get it around the boards to Calle Johansson. They had that defenseman pinching in, and Naslund has the puck here. Trying to set something up is Thomas Sandstrom. He's checked on the end boards. Roenick moves it up the left side. They said that Team Sweden wouldn't forecheck. They do, and get their first goal of the game off the stick of Mats Naslund.
Good play behind the net. Thomas Sandstrom. The aggressive forechecking. Maybe Team Sweden is going to have to change their format. It was the forechecking. There's Calle Johansson, the defenseman, pinching in. Watch Sandstrom. They thought he was going to go behind the net. He passed it quickly to Mats Naslund, who hammered it in behind Mike Ritker. There's the play, a beauty. There's the shot, equal to the pass. Sweden has their first goal. It's 6-1 now, excuse me, as Mats Naslund has scored.
The goal at the 4:41 mark. Getting the shutout bid for Mike Richter. 22nd shot on goal. Only the first shot that Team Sweden has had on the net here in the third period. Team USA changing on the fly as Craig Janney comes out on the ice, joined by Granato and Hull. Well, Miller comes out instead of Granato to play the left side. This is Sundin. Nice pass. Oh, and it hit the outside of the net. He had it over to the left side, right on Steen's stick, and they couldn't complete it. Now a breaking pass. Cutting in is Miller, and it slipped away from him. Recovers outside the line here. And works it back. Chelios has his pocket pick. Thomas Sandstrom moves in. Can't center it across as Suter dropped down, took away the passing lane.
Power play for Team Sweden. 5-1, the USA leading. With 5:14 to play in the third period. Deep slot. Scores! Samuelsson.
First from Bartlett and Ritterwald at 14:51.
And there's another one. Charles Berglund makes it 5-3. Came up from the blue line. Back to Hatcher now. Shoots. Ritterwald to save. Rebound. Scores!